pranksters. Those are known for being lovable nuisance way back in the day when they were smart and creative. Now are just a fucking annoyance to the community and the public. Now slap that with influencer, you've got an even more arrogant person running amok. Now what happens if I say a prankster gotten someone killed? You'd say it'd probably be nothing new, not common, but nothing new. It's happened before. But what happened recently in the Netherlands, I believe, or Syria? A YouTuber made a prank call on stream, which led to the death of 2 teenagers. This guy's ugly mug will be on the thumbnail, but I'm gonna pop it up right here. His name is, I think his name is Rowan YT, that's full name. And he's acknowledged that he made prank calls that may have resulted in the fatal shooting of 2 Syrian teenagers in Amsterdam on New Year's Day. Before that, the YouTuber initially denied any of the involvement, and he got fed the true fist real quick when people called him out on it. I'm going to read you some of the things that led up to this. Sorry for that, it's my church. My chair. Don't know why I said church. And, like, you're going to probably hear my keyboard because I did a few screenshots of this and put it on. So, how it starts is, like I said before, prank YouTube channel Rowan YT received €5. I believe that's the currency symbol. I'm very out of touch with that. He received a donation in a prank called someone's unstable nephew, and said nephew, like I said before, shot 2 Syrian teenagers. But around this time, when Rowan found this out, he quickly deleted the stream from his channel and denied being live. So now we're going to the actual proper thing. About half an hour before the shooting, suspect FAY, who I believe is the person who did shoot the person, was called as part of a live stream of the channel where viewers can donate money to have someone call with a made-up story. A viewer suggested calling Y with a gangster story. Y reacted fiercely and said to the caller that he had to come to the Blue Bridge, a bridge in the Piet. Why did you... in the park, it's a park. I'm very sorry that I butchered that. Then he walked from his grandmother's house to the park with just a few minutes walk. At the same time, 3 Syrian boys from the act was going around and they were on the way to some McDonald's, and they made their way through the park. The moment they entered the park, FA straight up didn't even ask, didn't say who they were, started pulling out a pistol allegedly and shot 2 of them dead. And the third one, as you can read, the third one managed to escape. Now, for what I know about this, I don't even know how to feel about it. It is a very sad thing, like, especially for the guy, teenager himself, like, 2 of his friends died, and he straight up has to live with that trauma because of some idiot decided, hey, let's call a guy. And the man has, for what I know, the caller, I don't know if it's on any of these screenshots they have, but it's led to believe that the person who shot the 3 was a diagnosed schizophrenic. I do not know that, if it's true or not. Please let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. I'll gladly accept that I might be wrong about that. And so, like I said, like someone before, the person who described the call, one of the viewers said they should be talking about some gangster shit. I believe it's the same person who did the donation, because the person with the handgun, and for those in the Netherlands, and that it's the same thing with Australia. It's prohibited to have weapons on your person without a license, but with a license, there's still restrictions with it. And this guy had a handgun. And like I said before, he is a potentially diagnosed alleged schizophrenic. I'm just doing alleged in there to save my ass, just in case, again, willing to admit I'm wrong. And if he is that and he managed to get a pistol, it is very likely that he was involved with illegal operations happening in the background of this situation. I do sorry the info is a bit out of place, so I do apologize for that. But FA, when he got the phone call, he replied very aggressively to it and said, "Come to that blue bridge if you have if you have balls, you can't a kid," using heavy profanity on the caller. He was referring to the bridge where he shot the kids, and where a witness says he often hung out. The bridge was near his grandmother's house where he was residing or staying momentarily for a time. And I think I said it earlier, like, I've made this several days apart. I've been doing things in the background in my own personal life. I do apologize for that. And earlier this week, like recently, there was a preliminary hearing, public prosecution service, talking about the incident, and I am right when I said that he didn't even ask, but what I didn't know is that he chose these victims at random. The authorities have no indication of a confrontation or an escalation being made before the shooting even started. So, like I said before, he just looked at them and saw target on sight, pulled his handgun out, and literally just bang, 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 killed the two, and escaped. Which gets a little more confusing. Not confusing, wrong word. Annoying? That's the right word, thank you. And one of the prosecutors, stated on the preliminary hearing on the case that the victims truly have been in the wrong place at the wrong time. There was no time for a conversation, nor an argument, or an attack. So, which leads back to the YouTuber who made the call happening. Again, put the ugly mug's face on there. And once this hit an all-time high, because I assumed this made the rounds real quickly, like the snap, Rondi came forward on an Instagram story and said this is translated. I don't know if this is an accurate thing when he said in a story. He says, quote, "I am truly shocked by the news that is going around. It is claimed that 2 people were shot dead because of a phone call from me. This is completely untrue." Yeah, 9/11 was an inside job apparently then. "On New Year's Day, I was not active at all. I wasn't live, so I was never able to make that call. At that moment, I was simply celebrating New Year's with family and friends. That I am being accused of something so serious without any evidence affects me deeply. I completely distance myself from this. I will come back to this in more detail in a video soon, but this needed to be cleared already." You see, he says that, but he's immediately lying, because to anyone who doesn't know, and who is potentially employed or living under a rock like yours truly, there's a thing on Discord where there's bots. What these bots do is that they basically are an automatic, moderator is not the right word, but they look at the rules, see what's in check, and they also signal the Discord server when there's a live stream, a short, or a YouTube video popped up. This dumbass completely forgot about that, because there's 4 screenshot evidence I will put up on screen right now that I had to get from a story. The story, and it was on YouTube sadly, so that's why the screenshot looks a bit arse. I do apologize. It shows the Carlbot pinging 4 separate things, which happens to be the streams that he was involved with on New Year's Day and New Year's Eve. And so, with that checked out, he straight up got caught in his web of lies, and he loaded up immediately. Because the person who was representing him, I believe, told the news and everyone is that yesterday, partly due to uncertainty for him regarding the date, my client recorded a video as a first reaction in which he denies the prank. Upon further analysis of the information now known to my client, he must retract his denial. My client regrets confusion that has arisen. Look, I'm not Sigmund Freud or anything, but the reason he regrets this confusion is because now his cock's hanging out, he's about to get castrated by the law. Bar none. And I'm not saying, again, I will say this, he is completely at fault for this. He shouldn't have taken that money. He should have done the call when someone said he was mentally unwell. But also, the guy who shot the teens should be arrested as well, because one, he has a pistol or a handgun. I don't know what gun he has, so it's potentially a handgun, because you can't really hide a big-ass weapon underneath something like a jacket or something. He should be arrested as well, because, again, he had a firearm, and he shot at kids point blank. Like, bar none, no one he is a saint, but if I had to twist my arm, the YouTuber should be done for this more, because he, A, got paid for it, B, he's been informed that the person was mentally unwell, and C, he should have used his conscience, if he has any conscience, not to do this. He should have just sent the money back if you can stream. I don't really stream that much, I don't know how the fuck that works. And just said, I'm not doing that, I'll take another caller. Or he should just not done that in general. Like, just putting the whole end on this. For what I found out recently as well, is that Rowan is now, I think he's left YouTube streaming and started streaming on Kick. I don't know about that, if it's true. I couldn't find anything, so I'm leaning towards it was false. I wouldn't put upon anyone that, because Kick is where anyone, literally, you could post any crime on there and it would legally go past any moderator on Kick. Anyway, I'm sorry for the pause of videos. Had things going on in personal life. That it wasn't like big bad things, but you know, it was things that were monumental. So yeah, later.